Well, we're seeing a little bit of whipsaw action in the markets here today. I'm Marlon Bowling with you, and let's take a look at our corn market first. Our quotes are provided by Bar Chart. We are weaker in the corn, March down 2 3/4 cents. We're at 6.17 1/4, and December new crop is currently down a penny and a quarter right now. It's at 5.68 1/2. Now over to the soybeans we go, and on the March contract, we are trading 6 cents higher at 14.13 1/4, but hold the phone, it's off of its earlier overnight high by about 9 cents right now. Meanwhile, in the November new crop contract, we're 5 1/4 higher at 13.23 3/4. Well, the wheat markets are just really seeing a steep sell-off today. Look at the March wheat in Chicago, down 25 3/4 at 7.92 1/4. Off of its high overnight, believe it or not, of 8.17 1/2. Man, they've given up a lot of ground there. In the Kansas City market today, we have the March now 23 lower at 8.11 1/2. Well, that's 22 cents off of our overnight high. In Minneapolis wheat, you have the March contract there, now trading 22 1/4 lower at 9.25. And the nearbys leading the way down here. Want to bring in Todd Bubba Horwitz of BubbaTrading.com. He's based in Chicago and joins us right now. Lots of action. For some reason, the trade does not like wheat today. How come?
Well, we've had a pretty good move in wheat the last few days. I mean, it's not a total shock. Again, you get moves and they go back and forth. And you've got a lot of things going on that will have an effect on the wheat market, including what's going on in Russia. And, listen, we've got a Fed meeting today, which could have an effect on the grains as well, because, interest rates are very important to the farming community. So there's a lot of things going on. And again, I don't put too much stock in anything that's happening right now. I think that we're going to see more, but I think overall wheat looks okay, and soybeans and corn for sure look pretty good. So I think everything looks pretty good based on where we are right now.
So are you still longer term bullish on the corn and soybeans as we get toward planting season here?
Yep. We're very, very bullish in here, and I think that it bodes very well for what's going on. I think there's a lot of good things that are happening, and I think money's going to come out of equities, and I think that it will look to go to the grain markets, which is always a good thing, especially plus demand and other things going on. So I think all things point to higher prices right now.
So the April crude oil is up $1.57 at 85.94. Now the reason I bring that up is, with the corn market turning and going a little bit lower, we're down 3 1/4 now on the March contract. Is that preventing the corn from being down more than it would be otherwise?
I don't think so, Marlon. I think that corn just down a little bit, and oil itself is going up, is going to continue to go higher. Again, I think we're probably going to see well over $1 again, or 100 per barrel. So I mean, this is an ugly situation, based on energy policy, and there will be much more demand for ethanol as well. So I think that this is just, a moment in time where we're resting. But remember, look where corn's at based on where it's been. It's a heck of a lot higher than it's been. So I think that, it means nothing at the moment. You can't really look at this stuff day to day. I think you have to look at it on a much longer basis, and I think it'll work out just fine. And I think that, oil will pull up corn even further, including other new money. So I think everything was pretty good.
Interesting. Well, thanks for joining us here, Todd. Always good to visit with you. Todd Bubba Horwitz of BubbaTrading.com. We'll be back in a moment and take a look at livestock next.